Hi there, my name is Virginia Condon and I am your son or daughter's AP English teacher this year. I am teaching from my classroom and it is a really weird experience to not have my kids in class with me every day. But I can say your students have been unbelievable at being gracious for my technology woes, and for just being visible on screen for me, and putting themselves in the classroom and participating. They've just been tremendous. So I hope you're hearing good things. Please know you can always reach me by phone or email. I certainly am accessible to you as well as them. So welcome to the senior level AP course for English. So this is what I would have given to you had you been in open house with me in person. And I'd love to have an email from you, but if this just doesn't work in your framework of a day, I totally understand. But I'd love to know one little nugget of knowledge or a gem of an insight, tidbit, trait, anything that you would like for me to know about your student. It just helps, particularly now, so that I can get to know them a little more quickly. And then the second thing, I would love for you to recommend a book for them to read. Not necessarily this year, but something that they should have on their bookshelf that they should read sometime in their lifetime. And so I would have them probably read several things, maybe To Kill a Mockingbird, and maybe The Art of Fielding, which is a hugely favorite book of mine. It's about baseball, and it's a great read. So if you can, that would be great. If you can't, no worries. So this is what I'm reading now. There's a variety of books all over my house, on my bedside table, on my coffee table, in my study. And I just always have stuff to read around, and it's all different. From very light reading magazines, actually to Virginia Woolf, which we will be reading. And I continually read that book every year with them because of it's hard. And I'm always picking up insights. So about the course, it is college level material, it is rigorous, it is demanding, but I try to make it reasonable for them. The general components of the course are that we study mostly fiction and poetry, and we do a lot of writing. It is in preparation for the AP exam, of course, but I think that the most important thing that I can teach your children or students before they head off into the big world of college is communication skills. So we will have a variety of different assignments that speak to that, also. And the college essay, I know, is at the forefront right now. We are starting work on the college essay right now. Probably over the weekend, I will have asked them Labor Day weekend to really kind of delve into some of those college applications and look at the essays. There will be a narrative essay assignment that they have to do that ultimately will be something that can be morphed into a college essay for submission. I'm happy to read any essays that they want me to read and give feedback on. They just need to ask me, and they need to ask me in advance, just for courtesy, I suppose, but the turnaround time can be kind of, hairy. So if they could just give me maybe a couple days notice, that would be super. Homework is always posted on my daily agenda in class and on the Canvas page. That they, of course, have access to. I grade on summative assessments only. Actually, all the AP English 12 teachers do. So we do an awful lot of practice before we grade them, and then that is a summative grade. So you'll see in my grade book some indication of the assignments that we're doing that all link to this to the summative piece at the end that is graded. And so I believe in practice, feedback, and then let's see what you've learned and have you prove it on a summative. Our revision policy does allow them to certainly revise summatives, but there are some specifications for that, and that is on the syllabus as well. Email is the best way to reach me, and I can quickly return a phone call if you just want to email me your phone number. I'm happy to talk by phone. Actually, I missed that. So if you'd like to talk by phone, please call me. What can you do to help them? Help them to check their prospective college's AP minimum accepted scores. You know, some colleges are very picky about what score ultimately they will accept. Some really competitive schools will only accept a 5. So that in and of itself is really important for them to know. But they have to kind of go and do a little bit of searching. And I do think that's important because they'll ask me, well, I don't know, should I take it? Should I not take it? And I think that the ball is really in their court for that. But I'm happy to give guidance, I suppose. But if they know where they want to go, they really should check that too. Because if they scored well on the AP language and composition, you know, it could be that the school only takes one AP English credit. So that's something to look for. Remind them to sign up for the AP test. The deadline is earlier this year. I'm actually going to do that with them today in class because it is so important. At least register, and then maybe they'll talk to you about whether or not, you know, they should take the actual test because they have to register through the bookstore. But AP Classroom is part of the AP test registration, so I want to make sure they're logged in for that. Encourage them to come in for college essay help, regardless of when it is. And that means by Zoom in the morning right now. You know, October 15th is a big deadline for a lot of the selective schools. So I say that just in case this is, and for some of you, it's not your first kid going off to college, but October 15th is pretty popular for especially early decision. So just kind of keep that at the forefront of your mind, and I'm happy to help in any way I can. So what can I tell you about your students? They're very busy people, and they will tell you that. And I surveyed them on the first day of school. 94% of them are taking 3 or more AP classes. 88% of them hold a part-time and in some cases a full-time job. 100% would be involved or are involved in extracurricular activities right now. And 86 are involved in a sport or would be if we were in school, in person. Realization, they aren't kidding. They are in fact very, very busy. And as an instructor, I try to understand that, and I look to the workload to minimize the stress. But if they are feeling stressed in any way, I really need to talk to them. I would love to talk to them to help them manage that stress. And of course, all survey responses were self-reported. That's always a caveat. Question. So a little bit about me. I grew up in Virginia. I went to Longwood University. You know this, I sent an introductory email. This summer, I'm just going to skip through. You know, I did go back to Virginia. There's a picture of the bay. And, you know, I miss home, particularly in the winter. Yeah. My husband grew up here, so he brought me here. And I wanted to know why he had so many coats when we got married, and now I completely understand why. No need for galoshes in Virginia necessarily, but definitely here. Actually, galoshes, who uses that word anymore? I do. Thank you for spending a portion of your evening with me, or your morning, or maybe even your afternoon. I don't know when you're going to click on this. But please feel free to contact me at any time. And I am so looking forward to getting to know your students and having a great year with them. Thanks so much. And please, again, reach out should you have any questions at all. Thanks.